Oh, like, they lying. Peyton already got 14 up. We ain't even started this game yet. They going to score some points, and the Rams will score points. What is that going to do to Aaron Rodgers? Make him have to throw the football earlier and more often. That is a recipe for disaster against that defensive line. It's going to be a problem.
Two things that elite teams have in this game. Right now, they're just a one-man show. They're Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers has to do everything. And facing a Rams team that defensively can get after you up front without having the pressure, it's going to be tough for them to generate enough points. And defensively, I just don't know how you slow down Todd Gurley and the weapons that they have on the outside. I believe the line is set appropriately. I believe this is a double-digit win for the Rams.
You know, first of all, the Packers are a bad football team. They really are. They are one-dimensional. Without Aaron Rodgers, this is a 3-13 football team. We know that. The Packer fans may not like it, but it's the truth. We have Todd Gurley, possible MVP. We have Jared Goff, possible MVP. We have Aaron Donald on defense. We have so many different ways to beat you. Look, to me, the point spread isn't big enough. You get 3 points for being at home. So really like a 6-point underdog. But to me, the Rams have just so many weapons to beat you with. They're going to score. And the Packers, that defense, they cannot stop our offense.
Sometimes coaches do this. It's never talked about. It's never discussed. But, again, you come into an environment, not the environment, but you go on a road trip and you're facing a juggernaut like the Rams. I think this is a very dangerous situation for Mike McCarthy and Aaron Rodgers. My concern going into this game, part of it in the back of my mind, is not really about winning. It's about surviving. I don't want Aaron Donald or Ndamukong Suh to do something to Aaron Rodgers that I have to deal with the rest of the year. That's another reason, because, again, if Mike McCarthy's smart and Aaron Rodgers is smart, it's like, we're going to try to win. But if we get any sign that this is getting out of hand, we're going to be handing – no, not get him out. We're just going to be handing the ball off, a lot of 3-step drops, a lot of getting that ball out quick, and let's just punt the ball and get the hell up out of L.A.
You got to, man. Right off of Figueroa, too. How to survive in South Central. Hey, look, let me tell you right now, I am trying to survive this moment, man. You can't go off Figueroa with a hobbled Aaron Rodgers and see Aaron Donald in them streets. Ice Cube Ben told us how to survive in South Central. Do not throw the football against these guys when you're compromised.
The thing is, I don't know if they can approach it any other way. The last 5 games, they've thrown 40-plus times, 5 straight games. The only thing they know in Green Bay right now is to pass it. And I think that is a recipe for disaster. They can't get it out quick, but then what if they go up and decide to mug those young receivers? Because he's playing with a lot of babies out there. He has Devontae Adams and Randall Cobb may be back, but those babies, those rookies that they're playing on the outside, they may not respond well to getting paws put on them.
And they're playing against Wade Phillips, who loves to go, man, hey, I played for Wade, saw blitz. He'll send both linebackers on the outside, 3 up the middle. Good luck to you. We mugging on the outside. So now you're off script and you're off pace. You got to hold the ball. Here comes Aaron Donald and Sue.
The poor running back, I mean, if you have to run the football, I just feel bad. We're not going to get the quarterback hurt. We're going to get you beat up. That's what it comes down to.
All right, to another big story. This one in London, where the Jaguars and the Eagles Sunday square off, looking to turn things around after both teams started, after both teams have lost 3 straight. Blake Bortles has taken the brunt of the criticism for the team's struggles, and he admits he's like the scapegoat for the team. But Jacksonville has also been without Leonard Fournette most of the year, and the defense hasn't been close to what it was last season. Listen, I think he got paid, Blake Bortles. And he got paid somewhat, $54 million 3 years.
That's paid.
I'm about to say, I'll take that. I have a new suit on. I got
9 TDs and I believe 8 interceptions. I get the criticism of Blake Bortles, but at the end of the day, this is a team that's supposed to win with defense. It's supposed to be Jalen Ramsey and that crew that's the leader of this team, and they're not delivering on their end. I get the criticism of Blake Bortles, but to put it all on Blake Bortles seems unfair to me.
It does seem unfair, even though I know where the defense is coming from. They feel defeated, and I've been there before when you don't have faith in your offense, you don't have faith in your quarterback. You're like, man, we go out there and play as well as we can. Keep them to 7 points. Guess what? I'm not even sure if Blake Bortles can score 7 points with the turnovers and the lack of production and consistency to move the chain. So defensively, they feel defeated. But I respect what Blake Bortles is saying. It's more than just me out there. Look at this defense. They've given up 30 points 4 times already in 7 games. Whereas last year, they only gave up 30 points twice in 16 games. So if I'm Blake Bortles, I hear those shots from Jalen Ramsey and everyone who's on his side, but I'm looking back at you. Why are you letting DeAndre Hopkins toast you if you're worried about my production? Won't you do your job, and then we'll be fine?
Well, I can do my job if you don't give them the ball at the 20-yard line going in. If I don't have to defend the short field, the biggest issue, Blake Bortles has 11 giveaways. The turnover battle is the biggest deciding factor in football. 64% of teams win if they just have a +1. So the Jaguars are giving it away. And when I look at their defense, defensively they rank second in yards allowed. That's pretty good. They rank the top 10 in most major defensive categories. The issue has been their defense hasn't been getting the turnovers that they've been getting last year. So when you're not turning the ball over and the offense is giving the ball away to the opponent, it's a recipe for disaster. I am encouraged by what the Jacksonville Jaguars did last week, getting Carlos Hyde to go with Leonard Fournette. Look, Doug Marrone said last year the perfect game for him would be 0 pass attempts. He's seen Blake Bortles pass, and he's decided, I'm going to double down. We're not going to throw the ball at all. We're going to run it and punt, and that's going to be better for the Jacksonville Jaguars. That'll get them back on track.
Dang, Bucky, are you looking at my notes over here? Did he say that? I said everything I got over here. The only thing you left, I got Carlos. They got all my stuff. The turnovers. Golly, man, I ain't got nothing to say. Jesus Christ. You know, one thing I can say is when I think of great defenses, you think of the Baltimore Ravens, the Chicago Bears. You know, Blake Bortles should be a game manager.
Yes.
Look, don't lose the game for us. We got this. Even the 1985 Bears, one of the greatest defenses in history. The defense the next year was even better, but they didn't win the Super Bowl. I'm telling you, when you turn the football over, that kills you. I don't care, you know, if you turn over in your territory, their territory. It takes the momentum away from the football team. You know that.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, man, we could have scored. And when Blake Bortles turned that football over, hey, he is what he is.
Okay, let me push back because he is the game manager, right? But then we get into the AFC Championship game manager. You go out in the first half, we're like, we need to take the handcuffs off this dude. And if they would have won that game up in Foxborough last year. So how do you manage a game manager is the conversation.
If it was a fifth, we'd all be drunk.
Man,
it ain't no guarantee. It ain't no guarantee that he took the handcuffs off. The handcuffs, he might have been fumbling around. So there's no guarantee. And that was last year. This is this year.
No, I'm with Blake Bortles a little bit. Like, y'all blaming me. I feel like Nino Brown if I'm Blake Bortles. It's bigger than Blake Bortles. It's the defense, man. Jalen Ramsey admits this, Bucky. You saw it on film.
Yeah.
What is that? Like, Blake Bortles aside.
Look, they talked a lot. This reminds me in 1996, I was with the Green Bay Packers. We had gone to the championship game, lost to the Dallas Cowboys the year before. Fritz Shermer, the defensive coordinator, said, there's no automatic next step. Yeah. So just because you went to the championship game, we don't start the season in the championship game again. You got to re-earn the right to get there. I think the Jacksonville Jaguars are realizing just what you did last year has nothing to do this year. They got to re-earn the right to be the team that everyone is talking about.
All right. Thank you, Eric. Thank you, Buggy. Coming up, Game 3 of the World Series.